Hey, this is Beverly Bozeman. I am the creator of Speak Queen, an encouraging platform for women. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and share this broadcast with your friends and your family. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so that you'll know when I am on, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And again, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. My broadcast today it's going to be one of those. I'm going to have, I don't know who's going to like it, who's going to agree, disagree, but I feel like this is something that, I just need to give my opinion on. So for years, I have been hearing in the church world, especially, when somebody does you wrong, don't get mad at the person, get mad at the spirit. And the meaning behind that is, if somebody does you wrong, don't get mad at that person, get mad at the demonic spirit that influenced them or caused them to do it. That's what that means. And for years, I didn't understand. Like, 2 + 2 is 4, understand. I mean, I understood to a certain extent, but overall, I didn't understand. And today the thought came up, and I realize it's not that I don't understand, it's that I don't agree. I don't agree 100%. A certain part of it, I have, in agreement to that. But overall, I don't agree. And this is why. If I'm having problems in my marriage, and I talk to my friend about it, I confide in her, and it's some stuff. And I say, girl, please don't tell nobody. Because this is so embarrassing, or this is just, I just can't, nobody can know about this. This is so horrible. Like, nobody can know. Please don't tell nobody. I'm in tears. I'm crying. I'm begging. Please, just don't tell nobody. And she's like, okay, girl, I ain't gonna tell nobody. And then a couple of weeks later, I hear my business in the street. And according to the saying, I'm not supposed to get mad at the person. I'm not supposed to get mad at my friend now. I'm supposed to get mad at that spirit. So you mean to tell me that there's a gossiping spirit? I'm sure that, there's spirits of all different kinds. But there's a gossiping spirit. And I'm supposed to get mad at that. And there's a break your confidence, break your trust spirit. I'm supposed to get mad at the broken promise. That's it. The broken promise spirit. So I'm supposed to get mad at 2 spirits. I'm supposed to get mad at her. I'm supposed to get mad at the gossiping spirit and the broken promise spirit. So where's her accountability? This is going to be 2 parts. One about the getting mad part, but we're going to deal with the other part. This might even be 3. So in the Bible, it's somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it, or you find it. Shoot, in the Bible, there's something about we are up. There's it's not called the age of consent. It's the age of knowing, or age of something, to where if we die without having accepted Christ as our Savior, we still go to heaven, because we're not fully required to know exactly what it is that we're doing when we accept Christ. Is somewhere in the Bible. So I think it's like 11, 12, 13, something like that. So we can't be held accountable for not accepting Jesus as our Savior, because we're just under that age and we didn't really fully understand what it is that we are doing to, come into the knowledge of Christ and accept Him as our Savior, right? And any point after that, we die and go to hell because we don't accept Christ as our Savior. So that point on up, even in the natural, in the land, law of the land, we are held accountable for our actions. Like my son, he's 12. If he goes into the store and he steals, he's gonna get in some trouble because he knew better. You're not supposed to be stealing, but yet he can't sign contracts to move into an apartment or get a credit card or apply for a mortgage. My daughter, she's 18. She goes and she steals. Her hind parts is finna go to jail because she's of age. She knows better. She can get like a credit card or maybe even move into an apartment, but there's certain things that she still can't do because she's under the age of 21. So you mean to tell me that a grown tail person who makes the choice to break my confidence, they should not be held accountable? They should not be held accountable for breaking my confidence or breaking my trust and going gossiping. I can't get mad at them. But they knew what they were doing. I think that's where I have the problem. Is where people know, when the people know what it is that they are doing, and they do it anyway because they want to. We're not supposed to get mad at them, but get mad at the spirit. Okay, so if the person is like demon possessed, like they just got, I ain't saying like in the movie The Exorcist, like they're just full of demons, right? They don't know Christ and they are full of demons, so they do all of these things and say all these things, you know, and that's one thing. I'm still gonna get mad at them. I'm just go ahead and just make that known. That's in the second part. My natural reaction when somebody does something, I'm gonna get mad. I ain't saying I'm, you know, fighting or whatever, but that's natural instinct for a lot of people. If the person is full of demons and they make a choice, and you know, you can get mad at the person and, you know, the spirit, because, you know, their mind's not right because they getting all of these influences. But I'm talking about people who they know better and they claim to be of God. You cannot be full of demons and be saved. That's just not possible. If it is, somebody correct me and help me to understand how that works. Light and dark can't exist at the same time, in the same place. You can't, you know, no. When people, there is forgiveness when people do stuff. But I think a lot of times people don't want to hold other people accountable, don't want to hold their feet to the fire. That's why folks, especially in the church, get away with a lot of stuff and they run people away because they're not being held accountable. If Sister So-and-so is the church gossip, why is she allowed to be the church gossip? That should not be so. And she goes and she tells somebody business, and we gonna say for her, don't get mad at Sister So-and-so, get mad at the gossiping spirit. That don't make sense to me. That gossiping spirit is doing its job to help keep stuff stirred up through gossiping. But Sister So-and-so, she knows better. I mean, there's some things that are just basic. Some things that are just pure DeFi basic. Like the example I gave about my son, he 12. He knows he's not supposed to steal. You don't go into no store and steal. You got to bear the weight of them consequences, cuz. That's just all to it. I guess that's why for such a long time I did not understand. I did not understand what was meant by don't get mad at the person, get mad at the spirit. And I should have been like, why? We just accept things. I still don't agree with that. I'm going to get mad at the person. Maybe that's just me and my personality, and I need to clean it up and do better, fast and pray more or whatever. But I'm not saying I'm going to get mad and do something to the person. That's a natural reaction. If they don't know God and they are led by spirits or whatever, I'm probably still going to get mad. I ain't even going to lie. I will be more understanding of what they did and why they did it and all that. I'm not, you know, people just, you know, and even if it's not a spiritual thing, if somebody cusses somebody out, they, you know, whatever, they cuss somebody out, they're going to be seen in a negative way. Maybe. That's the way of that particular consequence. But if they're in a position to where they hurt others, not necessarily like physically, but if I tell, example of me again, if I tell my business to my friend And she goes and she tells it. And I say, I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm going to be mad at that gossiping spirit and that break your trust spirit. I'm going to be mad at that. How does she stop doing that? How is she going to be made to stop doing that? One good knock upside the head could do it, possibly. But then there's going to be some legal stuff involved after that. Or some tit for tat. So there's a war going on. But if she is called out for that and not let off the hook by saying it's that gossiping spirit and that break your trust spirit, if she is called out for that, would she or would she not be more inclined to think twice? At least she might not stop, because some people enjoy it. They get a high off of it. But would she not maybe next time be more inclined to at least think? And I say it, and I say it, and I say it, and I will keep saying it. We got to be careful of how we handle people. Because people taking pride in gossiping about other people, okay, how you know that this time you gossip ain't going to cause you to get your hind parts beat? Or somebody take you to court for slander or defamation of character. You gossiping about what you heard that they did, and word got back to their job, and they are in a certain position. You heard that they on drugs, and you walking around telling what you heard, and it come from a credible source, and this person is a head nurse at the hospital and works with narcotics, administering them to patients, or work in the ER. And now they're under investigation for drug use. And they could possibly lose their job. And it's all because you don't want to keep your mouth shut. And she ends up losing her job or getting demoted. And she take your hind parts to court for defamation of character and slander. That spirit ain't going to court, cause you finna go. Okay? That spirit of gossip and slander and backbiting, what is it, tailfare? I'm probably saying it wrong, but them spirits, they not going to the courthouse, cause them spirits ain't got to get no attorney. That's all you. That's what I'm saying. Getting mad at the spirit, what good? I mean, I ain't saying don't, but the person getting mad, maybe that's my thing. But let's just say the person, the culprit, the physical culprit, needs to be held accountable. Their feet needs to be put to the fire so they can cut it out. It could save their life. Because nowadays people are on the edge over everything. And they tired. People are tired of the jive, nonsense, foolishness, especially from the people who claim to be of God. In the church, shouting every Sunday, getting musty and speaking in tongues and prophesying. People tired of the foolishness. Those can be some of the main people spreading gossip or holding people back or whatever. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them. Met a whole bunch of them. That's how I know. But people in those positions who are supposed to represent God, how do we put their feet to the fire and hold them accountable and make them stop doing the foolishness? You can't win nobody to Christ being a gossip. That's just what I'm saying. So taking that quote, we're saying, let's not be mad at the people. Let's be mad at the spirit. That spirit doing his job. Let's stop giving those spirits and the enemy so much clout and so much credit. Cast them jokers down, because we do have the authority. and hold those people accountable. Let them know, look, I know you told my business because you're the only person I told. Keep my name out your mouth. And I ain't going to be mad at you, but I'm just not going to fool with you no more because I know how you do. All right? Love you with the love of the Lord is what they say. I'll see you around. But just know you don't get no more conversation like that from me. All right, take care. And be done with it. Sit there and keep holding conversation and going out to eat and sitting beside them at church and all that stuff. And even if they in your family, you got to figure that part out too. Won't get into that. I don't believe we got enough time. But anyways, that's about it. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Be sure and share this broadcast with your friends and your family. Remember to release your genius. Pull off the impossible every day. You will have whatever it is that you say. So be positive when you speak, Queen.